What's going on, people? Today I will be reviewing Batman Returns, coming up for you guys next. So I'm going through all 4 original Batman films in the lead up to their 4K counterpart that will be coming out in just a few days as of this recording. And the director here is Tim Burton. He came back for this one, and it stars Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Christopher Walken. This movie, I could not wait to see it. You know, I didn't see the first Batman film in theaters. I was pretty young at that time, but I was the perfect age to see this one in 1992, and I was going to be there opening day. I dragged my family there, and I will talk about my experience with it. This one was more of a polarizing experience for me. I just want to put that out there right off the top. So a little bit of context to this particular film. With the success of Batman '89, Tim Burton pretty much had free reign to do whatever he wanted with this movie, and it shows. This is a lot darker and a lot cruder of a movie. But at the same point in time, there are going to be a lot more jokes with this particular installment just because of Burton's propensity to just follow a like Looney Tunes formula and have like Looney Tunes jokes that we definitely will be getting into, and I will talk about it. And right from the start of this movie, you will get to know everything you need to know about this Bruce Wayne or Batman, because you will see Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne just sitting in a chair in the Rodin thinker pose, just waiting for the bat signal as it comes. And you know, not much has changed in the character of Bruce Wayne or Batman. This is going to be a very passive Batman. You know, it just is what it is. You know, Bruce Wayne, he's not going to be like, you know, like sparring or working out or getting ready or actually preparing himself. He is just going to be sitting there waiting for the bat signal to come. And this is just a very passive portrayal of Batman as Tim Burton envisions him. You know, he just doesn't care that much about Batman. He cares about the villains. In the matter of fact, even like, you know, in Batman '89, where the Joker really did drive that plot, Danny DeVito's Penguin and Catwoman, they are going to drive this plot, not Batman. Batman actually does not do a whole lot in this movie to really get this plot going. In the matter of fact, he is very reactionary. And again, in Tim Burton's vision, it is just something that I have to just settle with myself. You know, it's definitely glaringly obvious today. But back then, I didn't care about that. I just cared about seeing Batman again. Now, Danny DeVito in this movie is so different than what Joker was in Batman '89. This Penguin feels predatory on a sexual level. He is just really just he's just a very, very, very weird villain. You know, some of his puns are just really crude. Just the pussy I've been looking for? What? In a Batman movie? And you know what? There are people that do champion this movie. They say that it's better than the first one, and I think that it is a lot cruder And I think that's what they are responding to, and a lot of it just comes from Penguin here and Danny DeVito's portrayal and what Tim Burton wanted to do with this character. He does have his tragic roots. I do see quite a bit of like Phantom of the Opera in DeVito's performance, actually. But at the same point in time, you have DeVito's humor, which is a lot more crude and wicked than Nicholson was in the original Batman film, and I'm sorry, it just doesn't work for me. He is gross, and it's just not the Penguin. It's not that character. I don't even see him as intelligent in this movie. And then you get to his plot here, which is kind of a mess, where he wants to go after all of the sons and the children of Gotham. And then he gets wrapped up into Christopher Walken's whole subplot for him, where he runs for the mayor just so he can go into City Hall and look through the records to find all of these children. It's kind of muddy. It's kind of a mess. And I don't really see how this is a good Penguin plot. But luckily for this movie, they made the wise decision of not making Penguin the only villain here, because you have Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. And whatever I have to say about the Penguin, Michelle Pfeiffer here kills it as Catwoman. She is downright crazy in this movie. She is a lunatic, but in the best way. She is so entertaining to watch. And they make her do such ridiculous cat puns in this movie. And you know what? She just owns it. And I love it. I mean, some of the stuff that they make her say, this movie has really bad lines. A die for a die. Ante-up, anti-clause. Those are really bad puns. But she sells them. And she just owns this performance. The action and her as just this put upon New Yorker. It's really a very strong portrayal for a woman, especially at the time, and I just dig everything about her, including her scenes with Michael Keaton. They have an electricity in this movie that heightens it whenever the two are on screen. And that is when they are in their getup and when they are out of their getup. They just really own those scenes, and it is the strongest point of this movie. And lastly, there are some totally inconsistent things that happen in this movie that I just don't agree with, like Batman shoving a stick of dynamite down a guy's pants, and just like all the Looney Tunes kind of elements that Tim Burton wanted in this movie, like that scene where Penguin takes control of the Batmobile and he's controlling it through one of those little kid ride-on cars. You know, it's really, really Looney Tunes. I don't know what else to say about it, and it's totally inconsistent with this darker movie, and it doesn't quite fit. I do like the cinematography here, and overall, I do like I kind of like this movie, but there are things that always kind of push me away from it. I'm going to be generous and give this movie a 6 out of 10. It's just not the movie that I wanted at the time, and as time went on, I started to like it less and less. If you wanted that darker vision that this movie goes for, I would have appreciated it if they actually just went all the way with it. But they didn't here. And all of the elements in this movie just really don't add up. So next, I do have to get into Batman Forever. I know you guys, can't wait for that one. And Batman and Robin after that. And after that, I do have to get into these 4K releases on all of these films. Unfortunately, they aren't here in time for me to display them on my shelf over here. They are on their way from Kentucky. I don't know if they are actually like walking it here from there, but yeah, it's taken a long time for it to get here. But as soon as they do, I will check them out and review them for you guys. So if you're excited about all of that, subscribe down here and comment down below with your thoughts of Batman Returns. I know you guys have them. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I don't even say it because you know it. And I will see all of you next time.